Hello, welcome to a modern stream. We're going to be trying out a brew that I've been thinking about for a long time. Basically, since this card was spoiled. This one was from Kamigawa. But I basically never put it together for a variety of different reasons. So what this card does is it has an ability that it's irrelevant. It has a card text that's irrelevant, but it has an ability that we care about, which is for 1 and a green, you discard it and you make a token, which is a 1/1 green human monk that taps for green. The fact that this makes effectively a Llanowar elf means that we can turn to cycle Careful Cultivation, and if we have 3 mountains, we can Creativity on turn 3, targeting that token itself and tapping it for mana. So because of that, we can turn it into a Primeval Titan on turn 3, which then finds, Valakuts and Boucher Mountains and just, we dome our opponent's face for 1,000,000. We can do the same thing with both Creativity and Transmogrify. But yeah, so basically we were missing a way to put it together, and we were talking with Spider on our podcast last week. Shout out to Mr. Spobble and shout out to Spider. But Fable of the Mirror Breaker kind of does a lot for this deck of what we want it to do. It gives you a token. The token creates treasures. It actually allows you to discard, your bad cards in the matchups where they're bad and dig to your good ones. And then when it flips, it turns into a creature that we can also target with Transmog and Creativity. Also the fact that we can just ramp with Explore, Cultivation, and Fable and stuff like that. And we could just hard cast our Primeval Titans. 6 mana is very, very doable. We should be able to have 6 mana by turn 4 or 5 very reliably. So even if we don't draw our Creativity, unlike the other version of the Creativity decks, which never ever want to draw their Archons or their Emrakuls, Sura Emissary, whatever it is, here we don't care about drawing Primeval Titan. We just cast it and we can just win anyway. So that is what I really like about this deck. The fact that we don't really have any dead draws. We don't have any dead cards in the entire shell. So that's very nice. Also, there's the fact that our mana base is extremely clean. We have 1 basic forest and 1 Boseiju, and those are mainly for sideboard purposes, and everything else is a mountain or a Valakut. So that means that we're going to be very reliable in terms of our mana. We only have red and green mana requirements, which makes it, one of the weaknesses of the Creativity deck is precisely the fact that their mana is super, super painful because they're trying to cast Red and 6 on turn 2 and Teferi on turn 3. So we don't have any of those issues, and we can just kind of go about our business and set up a situation where we just, put a Primeval Titan on turn 3 or turn 4, and then we just go from there. So I think it's a neat idea. We'll see how it actually works out. But yeah, shout out to Red and 6 for being a messed up Magic card. In the sideboard, we have a bunch of Boseijus, and the idea here is that against decks like Tron, potentially Amulet, potentially something like Belcher, those kind of decks can be very problematic. So what we do is we can find our basic forest so we don't get Blood Moon or anything like that, and we can then start to go ham with Boseijus. When I do this, I'm not going to really cut lands. I'm just gonna bring my Boseijus and just go up to 30 lands, which is just fine. But we do need a pretty significant amount of mountains for Dwarven Mine and Valakut purposes. So because of that, we're just going to add extra lands, and we're gonna treat the extra Boseijus as spells. We also have a bunch of Bale of Summers. As you can probably imagine, we're just playing red and green cards, and we cannot play creatures. So cards like Endurance, which are green sideboard staples, are not an option here. So we're stuck playing this stupid Leon of the Void, which I hate. I hate Leon of the Void. But yeah, that's kind of what it is. We also have access to, Veil, Flame Slash against creature decks, Force of Vigor, which is hopefully going to be fairly easy to cast. And then one of Emrakul. This is for decks with stuff like Surgical Extraction or for mill and things like that. So we are going to try this through a modern league. So if you're interested in checking it out, you're interested in checking out more other videos, you can always, of course, hit that like and subscribe button. And if you're interested in, supporting the stream, you can do so through Patreon, through donos, and through Metafy. I don't even know how you pronounce that, but you can book some coaching as well. That's it. Let's look at some matches. All right, here we go. Is this hand sick or what? This hand's sick. This hand is so sick. Turn 3 prime time on the play, don't mind if I do. And if we're playing against like a control deck or whatever, we can just turn 2 Ren instead, turn 3 Fable. Okay. Do we go for it, chat? I think my opponent is going to turn 2 Bird Lawyer here. No, I think... Oh, it's that. It's Living End. So I'm probably still supposed to... Creativity here, right? I'm still supposed to Creativity. If they have Turtle, we get wrecked. If they have Brazen Borrower, we get wrecked. They could have Force too. I think I'm supposed to go for this though. Master of Waves. Opponent looking for a Force. Being in Grief. Find a Force opponent. Looks like they did. Yeah. Flew too close to the sun, chat. We flew way too close to the sun. Emergent Sequence is kind of interesting. Alright, so opponent had the nuts. We could still draw Creativity. So we're drawing towards Creativity or Transmogrify here. We do have 2 blockers. And we can bolt something if we need to. They serve with everything. So we chomp here, take 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Seems okay. And now if we find Creativity, we actually just win. Because we just get 2 Titans. We target the Treasure and we target, what's his name? This is not lethal though. Oh, it is lethal. Oh, I should have bolted. Whoops. I should have probably done the math. we weren't getting there anyways, but still. Well, these cards come in. And Veils. The fact that Fable allows me to discard my redundant ley lines is pretty sexy. You'll never see the bolt coming. Yeah, it's gotta stay on top of it. So I don't think I want to cut any of these. I think Explore is probably fine because I have to go fast. I think I'm gonna cut Boseiju. It just doesn't do anything. And maybe a Ren and 6. Could potentially cut the Forest, but where's my clean mana, chat? I need my clean mana. It's not there. Hey. Hey! Keep this one. Bottom transmog. Put that into play. Can we draw a Ren now? I think Ren's better than the basic, right? Than the Boseiju, I mean. Yeah, I'm definitely exploring here. Big time. Just gotta make sure we get the right stomping ground. We're probably gonna draw a Leyline. I'm feeling it. Grief. I mean, I kind of don't mind this. Does that mean... Oh, that means they have force, probably, right? Another stomping ground. Do we want to play around? I think I do. I think I want to play around a bounce spell. There's been a class by the channel line, such a tough sell for them now. Well, Leylines always sucked, right? That's the truth of the matter, that Leylines have always been bad. Like, if Hogak is not a part of the metagame, Leylines are just kind of bad. Swing first, get our point of damage. Legacy Leylines would like to have a word. Hell yeah. Show me the force. It's another 2-for-1 for us, at least. Wayline is low-key good versus Liminent. I disagree. It depends on what your game plan is. If your game plan is to, you know, if your game plan gets disrupted by grief, exactly, like that's what it does. Like, it stops grief. Yeah, and this is why I love this deck. It's just like, oh, sick. We drew our payoff. Well, we can casually cast it. Awesome. This works. So I'm just gonna get 2 Valakuts here and call it a day. And I didn't get another dwarf there because I just don't want to get another dwarf. Like, I'd rather the Dwarven Mines be in my deck. So now they have to leave an end, which doesn't do anything. Yeah. In normal, I'm gonna do it really side in and out. You're gonna need to be a little bit more specific. I think we just pass here. We could draw 1 and cycle into a land. Or cycle into a Fable, I guess. Sign out. I mean, it depends on your deck list, but like Endurances and Herses, if you have them. Like, they're not that many options. Well. Land? Explore. Got me. Alright, I've been griefed. Hey, that wins. Awesome. Just get 2 lands here. That's 12 damage. And if they leave in end, they lose. So that's funny. Yes, always yes, always yield. Strategically awaken Titan second from the top. Exactly, because otherwise, you know, it could have gotten griefed, you know. Very skillful. What are you doing, opponent? Leaving in resolves. I guess I'll kill you with this prime time. I know that one. Good. Shout out to Leyline of the Void, because Leylines are fantastic. They are such great cards. I love me some Leylines. I think they're incredible. Mountain check, I guess. They might bring you the white Leyline in. Ugh. Where's my stable mana, chat? All I wanted was stable mana. Where's my stable mana? Like, I probably have to keep this hand, however, right? And just go turn... No, I can't keep this hand. Like, I have Leylines in my deck. I have to... Yeah, I have Leylines in my deck. Where's my stable mana, chat? I'm gonna keep this one, though. Bottom prime. Actually... Because if we Fable, we can discard the prime... Yeah, okay. I'm into it. We can discard this prime time to Fable to blank my opponent's living ends. Easy game, easy life. Get a borrower? Ha! No, you don't. If I look at Awaken MVP, I guess. I do guess. Do we have Bounce Spell plus Force? Just draw lands? Yeah, that's the game plan. That is very much the game plan. Foundation Breaker? No! No! What the hell, man? That's like green and shit, you know? I can't veil that. Can't even draw a card. Unlucky. Gonna grief me, opponent? We gonna get griefed? Looks like we're not. I'm hella sad right now. I am so sad right now. Am I supposed to explore and just hope to Luxac a green source to the top? I'm just gonna cultivate. No. Cultivation is so bad, man. Ugh. What are we doing here? Truly, I can't get unlucky again, right? I mean, you put it like that, and it just makes so much sense to go for the Explore. Yeah, I think we just have to chill. Yeah, I don't think getting to 8 cards, like, it's still 2 more turns to get to 8 cards, and I don't think that's a game plan. Because if I find a land, I'm gonna play it, right? Like, it's better for me to, like, play a Fable and try to discard than Charlotte's Agent. Okay. Well, I'm happy about this. I'm very happy about this for sure. They only get those silly dudes. So now I can fetch Shock to cycle Cultivation. So much sadness. Just so much of it. I have to explore, right? You can't see it right now, but I'm dying inside. My heart is breaking. My heart is truly breaking. So we can't block here because we need this token. Not Fable there. The problem I have with Fable is that my opponent did nothing. What if they have another Foundation Breaker and I'm dead? Right? Oh, we can see it. Damn it, Evan. Here's the red and 6, I guess. So now we chomp. All right. All right. Yorion. Hey, that's a good matchup. Yeah, I would like to see that. I think I'm going to keep this. And I'm probably going to take it super slow. Do I want to play out Valakut here? I think I want to play Meyer, actually. And turn to a Ren. I mean, we have Ren and 6 in hand, right? Like, I actively want my opponent to kill my Boseiju, to Boseiju my Valakuts. Don't mind me. Just hitting some land drops. Just out here hitting some land drops. So I think we're just gonna, yeah, we're just gonna chill. And now we play this tapped. End step Careful Cultivation and tap, and we can Creativity for 2. I think that's what's up. Alternatively, I could wait one more turn and then we could Creativity for 4. That has to be better, right? That just has to be better. Just your casual Creativity for 4, don't mind me. Honestly, very sad that we drew one of our Valakuts. But this also plays around fucking... Oh. You're gonna tap out for that? This plays around Fury so nicely too. Yo, opponent, you gonna tap out for that? You gonna tap out for that? This is looking okay here. Oh, tapped land, you say, huh? Tapped land, you say, huh? Dwarven Mine. This is what we call... give me a second, I got this.
Surprise, motherfucker.
There we go. So, this is 6 mana. I kind of really want to play out this Valakut, though. This is creativity for 3. Yeah, I think this is just better. Triggers! I would like to announce triggers. I would like to announce triggers. That was fun. This is so troll. Maybe. Maybe. So opponents on elementals. Which means that it's less likely for them to have access to counter magic. Don't think I like Boseiju. I think we just submit the same. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I think we just submit the same. We just call it a day. Maybe they have Alpine Moon. There's a very, very random chance that they have Alpine Moon. Maybe. Black Leyland for the rank? Nope. Big no. Big no. They play Magus. I mean, I have 6 removal spells for Magus. Plus creativity is a removal spell for Magus as well. Alright, what do we got here? We got Bolt, creativity. We don't have creativity, sorry. Primeval Titan. I guess I keep this. Like, it's kind of medium, but... we could cycle Shelter Thicket. Just like the basic mountain is just so hurtful, though. So now there's a turn 3 Primeval Titan, which I'm a little bit more excited about. Turn 2 Ren. Never seen a Yorion deck not have turn 2 Ren, so this makes a lot of sense to me. I don't think it's ever happened. So the best thing that can happen here is my opponent taps out for Magus of the Moon. Best thing that could happen. Opponent slams a Magus like there's no tomorrow. I'm not supposed to play around Solitude, right? I think I'm just supposed to jam. If they have Solitude, we're pretty fucked, but... oh, actually, they don't have a mountain. Wow, super punished. I think I just died inside a little bit. Clean mana base my ass. Wow, they didn't have it. So they're gonna minus Ren now. We can just Dwarven Mine and we can go for it again. They didn't have Solitude, by the way. They were F6th. The good thing is, like, in 2 turns, we can just cast this Primeval Titan. Should I jam here? How do we feel about it, chat? I think we just have to jam. Opponent's gonna have like a bolt or whatever, but oh, veto. Oh, that's fine. Whatever. So now Ren's gonna minus kill the dwarf. Jelly. Jelly indeed. Alright. That's a problem. That's a little bit of a problem. Just a little bit. Yorion to hand is not super scary. Holding up Ephemerate or Bolt. I think I just play out Dwarven Mine here because it threatens more. Like, I'm just, you know, next turn I'm just playing Forest and slamming the Titan. It's a lot of mana. Fury. Okay. Damn, son. I think I'm getting double Valakut here. I could also get like Valakut Mountain. But I think this Titan is gonna die. And getting double Valakut here makes my stupid mountains better. Also, if this dies, that means that I gain 6 life. Fable, since particular find is available with plenty of junk you don't always want for every situation in the deck. Yeah, I mean, seeing Fable is what made me want to figure out this deck. So I think I trade with Omnath if my opponent offers a trade. They don't. Would they just not have Solitude? There's no way they don't have Solitude, right? There's no way they don't have Solitude here. Oh, they have Bolt for the Fury. Okay, there we go. Yep, there we go. All right, so another Primeval Titan would be the best to draw. Creativity doesn't do anything. Fable. Okay, so what am I killing? I get to kill something here. I think I'm killing the Omnath. I could kill Fury and Dome Ren, alternatively. This is the most damage. There's argument for killing Omnath, there's argument for killing Fury, and there's an argument for killing Yorion. I think I'm gonna go for Fury. Oh, CS, oh, CS, oh, sealed. But Fury is the most damage, and at this point, I kind of just want to gain time. I just want to buy time. The Fairy. That targets my Gobo. Well, very happy I killed that Fury. Second Fairy. Bounce my Fable? No. They're letting me draw? That can't be right. So this is like super medium, but I think like this kills Somnath, and then I play a land and I kill Yorion. So it actually stops my opponent's clock entirely. So I think I don't discard anything. Like this is super mediocre, but like mediocre is good enough right now. So that's kind of fine. Next round we do get the Fable. And again, we're drawing towards Primeval Titan, which potentially wins on the spot. Opponent's got 7 cards in hand though. That's so many cards. Okay. That's something. That does something for sure. That ends the game in a hurry. Ooh, look at my opponent holding priority to fetch faster. No more fetchables? Okay. Primeval Titan off the top. Prime time. Yep. You got me, opponent. You got me. This seems fine, right? Maybe Flame Slash is better than Bolt. Because Flame Slash kills Somnath. Would be interested in my opponent is again playing Alpine Moon or something like that, but I doubt that's the case. There's no way. There's no way. Cultivator has looked a lot worse than Growth Spiral. I don't know, man. I don't know if it has. Because it just doesn't need something else. Right? Just by itself, it does what we want it to do. Keep this, bottom mine. This looks like a pretty good draw, though. But yeah, like, the Growth Spiral needs us to find a land, and we need for that land to also produce a token. Well, but you're looking at that specific example, right? Have you been also watching out for? Do I want to fetch or not? I think I don't. Have you also been watching out for spots where like we would have needed, like when we comboed on turn 3 in the first match, right? Like would have a tapped land. Like if did we need the land in order to actually do the thing? So I actually have not watched out for that. Really? Into my red and 6? Alright, opponent must be really desperate over there. Sure, I'm gonna creativity here because it wins the game. In case you're wondering why, it's because it just wins the game. Valakut, Valakut. There we go. So now, even if they kill this primetime, we just hardcast the other one, they lose. That makes sense, actually. They just had multiple reefs. So here comes Solitude. Like how this build bullies for color. Yeah, it's kind of hot, actually. Not gonna lie. So there's that. And I think we just ping there. This forces the Solitude from my opponent's hand. Oh, Ephemerate. Well. Oh, I shouldn't have done this. Whoops. I thought I had 6 lands in play for whatever reason. Well, I fucked this up now. Am I just am I supposed to like fail to find here? I don't think I am, but like it's close. But yeah, obviously I fucked up there. I thought that we had enough lands. I should have led on Primeval Titan. I mean, I don't think it matters too much, to be honest. Like, they would need to have Solitude into Subtlety. Seems very unlikely. So they need to chomp to go to 1. And then we kill them. What's up, Bandwedge? How's it going? I think it's cooler to kill them with a Ren Ping, but I tapped 1 extra mana, whatever. Sweet. Awesome. So this hand has removal. It has a Fable. I'm gonna keep it. I really wish we had access to... Like, this Valakut is basically a mulligan because it doesn't make it so I can... it doesn't help me trigger dwarves. I'm also not... Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Like, we can also hard evidence. 100%. Well, that's not a good draw. Hard evidence is the best token make it. Yeah, but I'm saying that you're required to play both, right? If you want to go that route, you are required to play both, and you cannot play just one of them. Well, we're about to try out the Boseiju game plan, I guess. Well, that looks heinous. Can we beat this? I guess we need to draw exactly Boseiju. We could draw Bolt for Karn, I guess. Okay. Boseiju's. Thank you. Flame Slash out. I think I want Forces. Seem better than Bolt. And I think I'm just going to side out the basic forest. Since I'm bringing in Bosages. And I'm not afraid of getting Magist. Okay. We can go ham on their land. So now we kind of really want to draw a Renin 6. Okay. Stabs, thank you. For Muscle look up was his last t-shirt. Exactly. How does it feel? Hope it feels great. We played your deck list early, Stabs. I don't know if you were here. Blow up your land. Terrible draw. About to break some mirrors over here. Well, good thing I will Sage you. Hey! Excellent. Yes, I would like to discard these two. Beautiful. Attack. Ren. Get back Boseiju. So my opponent locked me out last game. Let me return the favor, please. You don't have another basic? I think that... Wait. There's no way they don't have another basic, right? They're just fishing for info. Zwing. Okay. Cool. This looks great. Send it. Durambo Sage Train, exactly. Everything working out as planned. They had one basic. What the fuck was that, right? What's that even supposed to do? Like, no basics? Pfft. They put me on the... So this is a turn 3 Titan. I'm going to keep this hand. They put me on the play. Like, if I were on the draw, I would ship this, but because I'm on the play, I'm going to keep it. They put me on the play. What the fuck? So I'm gonna go for Transmog here because if they kill this, they don't crack. Well, thanks for the info, opponent. Do they have turn 3 Tron anyways? No, they don't. Okay. Love to see it. You love to see it. So, plus, play Dwarven Mine, Transmog. Yes. Valakut. Valakut. Pass the turn. Let's see what they got. If this is Eugene, this is fine. Eugene is kind of whatever. Ulamog I would have been worried about. Okay, so I guess we just creativity. No, we can't creativity for 2, right? We're 1 short of creativity for 2. That sucks, man. Yeah, I mean, I have the 2 targets. I can get a token, and I get a token for the fable, but I'm missing 1 mana. So I'm either missing a token or I'm missing a mana to x equals 2. So I guess we just x equals 1 and we set up x equals 2 for next turn. That's the game plan. So, you know what's kind of cute? We could get double Boseiju, and 1 goes to the graveyard, and if we draw Ren, then we can go from there. That's very funny. I hadn't thought about that until right now. I think we just pass. I could Fable, but Karn? Oh no, Karn, what are you gonna do to me? It's not an Ulamog. If it is an Ulamog, it's a lame-ass Ulamog, to be honest. So here we just x equals 3, which plays around removal. Oh, creativity hits bridge, that's hilarious. I mean, not that I needed it, but it's definitely very funny. I guess I should have played around. I should have killed the Karn, because now if they have what's his name, I get destroyed. If they had the thing that counters. Awesome. Well, we got there. That was cool. This hand looks great, right? Awkward that we hit the Valakut, but we can go turn 1, turn 2, turn 3, Fable. And then we can creativity for 2 on turn 3, which is nice. Sounds hot. I think that's what I'm supposed to do, right? I'm not supposed to lead on Valakut, I don't think. So if I lead on Valakut, that means that my fetch land is not gonna get me dwarves on turn 4. And I'm definitely interested in x equals 2 if I can on turn 4. To play around removal. But yeah, what you were saying, Spider, about needing the 12th mountain, in these 3 games that I played already, I'm feeling it very much. I think that you were 100% correct. Seeing me casting creativity into Titan Modern just feels so right. Exactly. This is everything that we all did not know we needed, you know? May I kill your monkey, please? Boop. This run's probably gonna die here, but it's fine. Hopefully they really needed that red source. Ah yes, classic Fire Outlet gamer. Joke's on you, opponent. I don't want to cast 2 spells a turn. Got him. Would you like to tap out main phase, opponent? I offer you to tap out on main phase so you can kill my Ren 6. Is that something that you may be interested in? Hit my gobbo. This is acceptable. I accept your terms and conditions, opponent. I do accept your terms and conditions. I don't think I want to discard the prime time, but I think I want to get rid of the lands. Gonna transmog here. Thank you very much. Valakut Stomping Ground. So Heat does kill my prime time. So that's kind of awkward. Do you think a Wish version of Titan Creativity can exist? I don't know. Probably. Everything can exist. If you're crazy enough. Does my opponent go into... Oh, they're going to tap out from Murktide? Well, you're dead, opponent. You're so dead. Alright, so fetch land into an Holy Heat. And they're still dead. Bold attack. Love it. Love the attack. Thicket. 1, 2, 1, 2. Always yes, always yes, always yield. Seems fine. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Show me that subtlety. Show it to me. That worked out. Okay, so this card looks good. That card looks good. This deck is crack confirmed. Exactly. Figure it out. How am I cutting Bossage? Oh, they have Blood Moon. They have actual Blood Moon. So I actually have to bring in Bossage, which is kind of awkward. We're cutting this card. I think we're cutting Transmogs. And we're probably cutting this. Do something like this. If there was ever an enemy matchup other than the middle, it's this. I don't know if it is though. That's actually a good point. They have one other Wara for Emrakul. But I don't think maybe I'm cutting one prime time. Or like, I mean, it's mostly there for mill and for surgical decks, right? So I think I would bring it in against Yogg, maybe. I agree that it's better, it's worse here than it is in other versions of the deck. I agree with that for sure. I mean, this is a fantastic 6-card hand, so I'll keep it, but obviously. Also, I like that this is a green source under Blood Moon. So since we already drew this Shelter Thicket, I think I want to... Nah, I'm still gonna fetch a Stomping Ground. In fact, I'm gonna play out the Shelter Thicket this turn. So next turn I can Ren with Veil backup. But this is bad against specifically Blood Moon though, because I won't be able to Careful Cultivation. So if they have exactly Blood Moon here, I get punished by playing the top land. I think it's right to do this, but we may get punished. Ren and Ticks. Spell Pierce. Gross. Resolves. I think they have Counterspell in hand. Yes, but there's also the fact that, like, if your opponent hits your prime time, you don't care that much. Please be Magus, please be Magus, don't be actual Blood Moon. Please be Magus, please be Magus, don't be actual Blood Moon. Like, one primetime trigger feels like it's very often going to be enough. 90 MTG with the raid. Thank you so much for that, 90 MTG. Welcome everybody to the stream. You can see me get wrecked by a Blood Moon, as I often do. As I often do. Hope you had a good stream. We're hanging out, we're chilling, we're vibing. How was your stream? What did you play today? There's no way they're gonna let me attack, right? So we get to discard Emrakul, which is nice. And then we discard Careful Cultivation, I think. Shuffles the graveyard. Can I attack, please? Yes! Let's go. So now we can Creativity with Veil backup, but I don't think I want to. Like, there's just no need for me to do it yet. So I'm just gonna chill. My opponent's blue mana is super taxed. And if they do tap out for Murktide, next turn I get to Creativity X equals 3. So that's nice. Opponent's doing nothing. Well, I'm into this. Everything that's going on here. Like, this Bloodmoon is doing so much work for me. Dress down? Sure, that's fine. They just can't find Lightning Bolt. Should have probably cast Creativity there. Yeah, that was a mistake. I should have definitely cast Creativity there. Just X equals 2. We still have the token. Yeah, I fucked it up. I was, I don't know, I was looking at chat and I messed that up. Just like putting 2 6s into play. I know that I'm not getting a trigger, but just like putting 2 6s into play seems decent enough. Been watching YouTube videos for a bit. Finally got your stream. Hope we're oh, thank you, Losavia. Welcome to the stream. Bird Lawyer. Okay. Dress down. So I'm gonna have no stuff during my turn. I'm gonna have no triggers during no abilities during my turn, so I'm just gonna swing for 4, I guess. A voice ball the bird. That's funny. Shenmue, thank you for the follow, by the way. Appreciate it. No, actually, my opponent is under a lot of pressure here. I think I'm actually okay with this. So they finally Murktide. Which means no dress down. Oh, I can correct using the Murktide. That's hilarious. Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, we're definitely gonna do that. Dude, Creativity being a removal spell is so funny. Okay, so we're just gonna target here, here, and here, right? They can kill my Gobbo, but I still get rid of their Merc and get Treasure. And also they use the heat to kill my token instead of my Primeval Titan, which I'm also okay with. And now we're gonna get Forest and Valakut. So they heat my token, and then they concede when I put a 6/6 in play. Whatever, I'll take it. See you next round. So Valakut is a mulligan. Boseiju is kind of a mulligan as well. But this is almost a turn 3 Creativity anyway, so I'm gonna keep it. And any mountain just does the trick. Esper Sentinel. Gross. Maybe Boseiju is gonna be good though. Alright, so I guess we're taking it slow. Like, I'm not gonna kill... I'm not gonna explore and, you know, have my opponent draw 2 cards here, right? The super is a value that can be a mine sometimes. Yes, exactly. But a mine that doesn't do anything. Cigar the Seed. Oh no. No blocks. Thicket. And tap. This is a close game. This is a close game. Alright, Stabs, have a good one. Have fun at work. So I think I'm bolting one of these now. Am I? I bolted, I pay, opponent flashes scene something. It's just a bad deal to do that. Finally we got our blocker. Ha ha ha. Now we got him. I think I'm trading if my opponent allows the trade to happen, right? Blacksmith skill? Bolted. So if they have double hammer, we're fucked? Oh, they have peers. They have spell peers. Which I guess is fine. Like, I think I want my opponent to use the card. Yes. So now that died. And that fizzles. And now they can hammer if they want to. Or not. It's also fine. That's a Memnite. Heathen King 666, thank you so much for that. Welcome to... Oh, I should have probably bolted on end step. Ren 6. Ugh, this one is actually very close. I think I actually want to plus. Yeah, I think I'm going to plus because I want to Boseiju in Inkmoth if I have to. This also gives me another dwarf. So we just chill. Ursas Saga. Saga. Oh, they're going to play out the last card? The moment of truth, chat. The moment of truth. Or they don't play the last card. Okay. Dwarven Mine. I choose you. Besage you. I also choose you. We're just out here, taking it glacially slow. Not a rush in the world. Not a rush in the world. Just taking it obnoxiously slow, I would even say. Obnoxiously slow. It's almost irritating. Even if my opponent has like skill into hammer, it just doesn't matter. And now we just pivot and we just tighten them. Sage, you blow up your saga. Gonna make a construct, then find a land, which is fine. The key here is to not just die like an idiot. That is the challenge. The challenge is to not die like an idiot. Well, that's slightly unfortunate, but will do. We'll be fine. So they could have spell beers. All right, we got there. Ha 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 hammer. Bosages, come in. Force and Vigor, come in. Flame Slash, also come in. I think I want to cut the Explorers straight up. I want to cut the basic Forest. Valakut Awakening. Just send it like this. Just mono removal, Rens, Fable. We have Cultivation to ramp. So this deck beats 4-color, as we established. It beats blue-red, as we also established, of course. And it beats Hammer. Like, it's just... Is this just the best deck in the format? It also beats Tron. What else could you want? What else could you want? I'm the only Radiant Titan streamer for this is my sub to me. Oh, thank you. Yeah, this... I like this brew. I have to be honest. I kind of like this brew. I like what we got going on. Oh, we won a Battle Living End matchup. That's what it was. Yeah, we lost to Living End. I mean, it's just like, Leyline is not great hate. It just isn't. How does this deck beat Tron? You bring in 4 Bosages and you have 4 Ren and 6s. Sellor with the Prime sub, thank you so much for the subscription. Thanks for using your Prime in the channel, really appreciate it. But also, like, Primeval Titan decks have always been advantaged versus Tron. I'm just so glad you cut Strike It Rich. Yeah, it was bad. But, like, everything is bad. To be fair, what doesn't beat Tron? 4-color. 4-color does not beat Tron. Everything else does. This one's a little bit sketch. I'm gonna keep it, but this one's definitely a sketch. Giver. Never mind, this hand is great. Valakut. I assume this deck struggles to Rhinos? Maybe. How would I know? How would I know what this deck can and can't beat? It's just impossible to know. That's a really bad draw. If I ran this turn, If I run this turn, opponent pierces the Wren. And I'm in pretty bad shape. I think they have either skill or pierce. We did see Hallowed Fountain. I think I'm going to tap out this turn. I think this is the turn that I have to tap out. And if they have it, they have it. But the problem is I don't think... Like, my land enters tapped, and I don't think I'm going to have another turn to do this. Because after that, we're going to be under the gun. So I think this is the turn that I hope that this resolves. And now we just basically hold up Boseiju for the remainder of the game. And when I get to the point where I'm Boseijuing twice a turn, that's when things get good for me. Bolt would be great. Creativity is not. So tapped land plus and say go. I probably have to kill the Saga here. And if they have skill, we're very fucked. They don't. Okay. So now they get a 2-2, which is fine, but they don't have a hammer. Sure, they could have hammer in hand, and that would be very bad for me, obviously, but... So that's just a 2-2. Looks like no hammer, because my opponent got some tapped lands there. Force is my best top deck. 3 mana? Well, I'm freaked out right now. What's 3 mana? So we're in really bad shape if my opponent does have a hammer. Second Cigar, let's say. Paladin. Well, this is best case scenario. Absolute best case scenario. Get back Boseiju. Play a land. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We creativity next turn for 2. We just creativity for 2 next turn. And I guess here I discard Primeval Titan. I'm saving the Boseiju so I don't randomly lose. Both go at Ren. Okay, so my opponent's hand was just kind of non-functional here, huh? Maybe they have like pierces and stuff. Maybe that's what's up. Which makes me wonder if I should be taking it slowly. Maybe I should be taking it slowly. So basic mountain, and I think I'm gonna Boseiju the construct. What? White source. Oh, it is March. Whoever said March was right. Okay, good. So we'll sage you that now. No protection from colorless. Okay, I'll take it. Play that. Kill the giver. Oh, they do have skill. Oh, march my other token. Yeah, this is... That's not how you do it, opponent. Wow, they sided in so many marches. That's pretty wild. Man, their hand just did not work out, huh? Their hand just did not work out. No blocks. I guess there's no use in blowing up the Sigarda save. They have another one. And here we get the option. We can creativity for 4. Now I'm just gonna I can creativity, target my own token. Or I can just hardcast it Primetime. I think I'm gonna go for hardcast Primetime because I'm gonna have 2 blockers. Lurus AK here for a good time and a long time. Thank you so much, Lurus. Really appreciate it. Welcome to the stream once again for the 46 months, which is effectively an infinite amount of time. 4-on-1 deck is cracked. Absolutely cracked. All right, folks, this was fun, and it ended up going a lot better than I originally expected, to be honest. So, thoughts. I kind of would like Valakut number 3. So I think this Valakut Awakening is going to turn into a Valakut No Awakening, just a Valakut Asleep, I guess. And that's going to be like land number 28. Alternatively, we could cut Boseiju for Valakut, but like Boseiju has so much utility that I think I kind of want to keep the Boseiju game plan. Besides that, Cultivation was the worst card in the deck, I think, but it did kind of what I expected it to do, so it's sort of fine. Explore, I just wish I had more copies of, but unfortunately we do not, so we're just stuck playing other cards instead. Fable was very good. I loved Fable. And just like the game plan of casting, like creativity being removal as well as, you know, enabler for our combo is just kind of sick. I honestly didn't think about that before. Spider suggested it in chat. That's awesome. Besides that, Flame Slash is definitely a pretty mediocre card, but I think it's fine to have in the main deck right now. The sideboard is what I'm the least certain about. The thing is that our options are so limited because it can't be an artifact and it cannot be a creature either. And like the best cards that we could have access to are like, you know, Chalice of the Void and effects like that, and obviously your endurances and whatnot. So it's really awkward, and it makes our limited matchup very problematic because specifically Chalice and Endurance are fantastic against Living End. So that's really, really rough, and I don't know how we can possibly fix the limited matchup because Leyland is just bad graveyard hate. Like your opponent's gonna have answers to it, and it's just bad graveyard hate. So not into it at all. Really liked having access to 12 mountains. I thought that came up multiple times where we used a bunch of our mountains. But I think if we add one more Valakut, all of a sudden our necessity for mountains is going to go down pretty significantly. One thing that really surprised me is how much worse than I expected our mana was. So there's no other dual land that's a mountain that I can play, right? Is there any other option to Shelter Thicket? Cinderglade is the only one, but multiple times I was kind of screwed by my mana because I had so many ETB tap lands, like between Dwarven Mines and Shelter Thickets and Valakuts. We do have like pretty significant amount of ETB tapped lands, which made things really awkward. Yeah, the bad snowlands have the same problem that Thicket does. So yeah, but Cinderglade doesn't solve that issue either because it's in the early game when I wanted to have those cards that mana on curve. So, but yeah, things definitely worked out really well for being the very first league that I play with the deck. I'll probably continue messing around with it, and there's something just very nice and clean about being a red-green straight up, like no blue splashes, no white splashes, none of that nonsense, just straight up red and green. I think it just makes things very clean and straightforward, which I like a lot. But yeah, thank you so much for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed it. If you did, make sure to hit that like and subscribe button, and I'll see you in the next video, folks. Take care. Bye bye.